It feels like the first time. It feels like the very first time. It feels like the first must be the woman in you.
Our next guest, anything but cold as ice when he auditioned for a big role, I guess you can say. Halifax actor Geordie Brown. His take on Feels Like the First Time right there from the legendary band Foreigner. The big news is this. Following a nationwide search, Brown has been cast in the leading role of the world premiere production of JUKEBOX Hero, the new musical featuring the music of rock band Foreigner. And as part of their 40th anniversary celebration, the British-American band announcing this past year that the musical is going to premiere this summer in Canada. So I saw this video and said, we got to have Geordie Brown on the show because I know this guy. He's been on the show before, so congratulations. Welcome back, sir.
Thanks, Paul. Good to be here.
Yeah, a big gig. There's no doubt about that. How did this all come to pass?
Well, I saw an audition call come through online way back in January, and they were looking for submissions from Central Canada for looking for the cast of this new show.
Yeah.
And they were accepting submissions from Toronto, Montreal, and Ottawa. And I said, what the heck, I'm going to submit anyway. I sent in a demo tape, and I said, and if you guys want to see me, I'll make myself available in Toronto. And so I sent a video, and next thing I knew, I was in Toronto singing for this huge creative panel, including Mick Jones himself from Foreigner.
Wow.
I had 3 callbacks in 24 hours, and I sang I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner, I think 6 times within that time period. And before I left the theater that day in Toronto, my second day in Toronto, I got an email from the casting director, and she said, thanks for getting in touch with us back in January, because you've been cast in the lead role.
Wow.
So,
and your reaction to that news was?
I was with some friends. We were driving, actually. I was going to visit them at their house in London, Ontario, and we were on the highway in rush hour, and we're lucky we didn't go off the road because there was lots of screaming in the car.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah.
Serendipitously, was like Foreigner playing on the radio as you were driving?
No, but it seems like they have been ever since.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Because you're saying you weren't a huge Foreigner guy before applying for this part, right?
I wasn't initially. I found out very quickly that my parents were, though. And they said, we have all the records on vinyl. And I said, really? So anyway, they went into their basement and found, 6 Foreigner records. But the thing is that everybody that I speak to, everybody knows their music. It's just not everybody immediately identifies that I Want to Know What Love Is, Cold as Ice, JUKEBOX Hero.
Yeah.
They don't realize that all of those songs are necessary, that they belong to Foreigner.
Yeah.
So, their songs have stood the test of time, and they're these huge hits. But, people just need a little nudge and say, that's Foreigner. So
we've got some video, too, because that's Foreigner right there. Tell me about what this show, JUKEBOX Hero, was all about. Are you going to be Mick Jones or Lou Gramm or something? What's this going to be entail?
No, it's going to be an original storyline.
Okay.
And I actually just received the script myself not that long ago. And it's written by Dick Clement and Ian Lafrenis, and they're award-winning writers from the UK. Mm-hmm. And they actually wrote the screenplay for the Beatles movie musical Across the Universe.
Awesome.
So it's an original storyline that doesn't actually have anything per se to do with the band. So kind of similar to Mamma Mia, which has the music of ABBA, but an original storyline. Mm-hmm. And so the storyline is my character, Ryan Perry, is a rock star who's really enjoying a great career. And all of a sudden he gets asked to come back to his hometown. They're really, really struggling. Their biggest industry has just gone under, and all of the workforce has been laid off. And so some of his kind of former promoters and former connections in his hometown ask him to come back to help raise money and do a benefit concert. So he does, but then kind of some unfinished business and ghosts of his past come up when he gets home. Some ex-girlfriends, ex-bandmates, things get a little bit ugly. But it's an incredible storyline, and that's kind of the bonus. People are going to come to the show because they want to hear Foreigner's music. They had so many #1 hits, but then this story, I think, is what's going to really blow them away.
Yeah. Excellent stuff. 2 things before we got to get out of here. Number 1, it says destined for Broadway.
Yeah, it does.
Lofty goal.
Yeah, they're building this in many ways because there's so much hype around the show. They're in many ways they're able to put the cart before the horse. So we're building this show in Toronto and Alberta this summer.
Okay.
On an enormous stage there, a 2,500 seat auditorium that we're going to be building it on in Alberta. And so they're building it with hopes that it will go to Broadway. So once we actually have this product, we're in Alberta, then we're in Toronto this time next year, and then they're kind of teeing up a North American tour before their hopes of Broadway.
Second question, is it destined for Halifax?
It's on the radar. Halifax is on the radar.
Okay.
I actually, when I was in Toronto for a press conference, I spoke to the producer, and Halifax is on the radar. Maybe the Metro Center. That would be the only place that the show would fit in.
No way.
In
That
Atlantic,
would be
Canada.
big.
Yeah.
That'd be the story of you coming home.
Yeah, it would. It would. I hope I don't have as ugly kind of things that I need to clean up when I come back.
Yes, exactly. Excellent stuff. Well, congratulations once again.
Thanks, Paul.
Did a great job in the audition video too, and looking forward to seeing Jukebox Hero.
Thank
if
you.
and when it does come to Halifax or Broadway or
I'm working on it.
wherever it goes. Geordie Brown right there on a Monday morning.